Hey everybody, Model Man here, and in this video I'll be looking at light blocking the deflector dish. We'll be creating a baffle that'll hopefully encompass the entire piece. And of course this is also custom made to mine in particular, so while the baffle will work on any given model at all, it's being particularly designed around my needs. So I'll put these templates online at Modeler's Brand under the sales page for this when this gets posted, and so that way that'll save you a little bit of time and headache on trying to cut everything. I started off with, this was a copy of the last good one I used, which I threw out. Main thing to notice here is that the curve was a complete swoop. However, there's little edges here that kind of require you to cut back just a little to get everything to fit right. So off of the original paper, I cut this out of styrene, I traced that, and then I made my two little nick marks, and now this is the new master over here, so I can even throw this one away. So that's the one I'll scan and put online. And at this point, the fit is pretty good. And here you may be able to better see the flanges that kind of kick out and cause it not to be flat anymore. When you're looking at it from the front, it's fairly obvious. So having decided that this positive and negative line is going to be my main power bus for everything, I've reinforced this whole clamp with Ava's epoxy, because if this ever breaks loose, then it could be a really difficult situation trying to fix it, if it's even fixable at all. So in between the stand I've got and the front bottom of the deflector, this is really just about perfect fit. One thing I might normally do is spray paint one side or both black, or a primer or some color, just to help light block it. In this case, if there is any glow being caused by the blue LED, I want that to be visible through the entire ship, so that that shape itself is visible, and I think that will be better for my demonstration purposes. One person asked me why I was just going to leave it clear, and apart from not wanting to do the Aztec paint job or the light blocking of the windows or pretty much any of the heavy work at all, this also makes a great piece to show off the lighting kit inside the model, kind of like those old Visible Human models from the 70s. So I'm just going to sit here a few minutes and hold this in place. It could be a little while. Two things I did off camera were to solder in the resistor and also to scuff up the LED by simply running it against this file here over and over, getting every single angle I could. That's pretty good at this point. What that'll do is help diffuse the light and spread it around instead of just hitting dead center there. Now, under no circumstance do I want this positive bare leg to hit the main power, because that will short the LED. So yeah, instead of kicking the resistor off to the side, what I'm going to do is run it straight down the middle here, because that way I can then keep it outside of the baffle structure, and the resistor will generate heat, but it won't be inside a tightly enclosed area. Then I can tie these two legs together right there. And I'll probably leave some of this heavier leg simply because, like this leg, it's a bit more stable. So I think the first thing to do is test. Haha, I was going to go for glue, but no. This is my standby variable DC power supply. Right now it's set at 10 amps, or 10 volts rather. And let's connect positive, let's connect negative. We have light. Let's turn this main light off. So my goal here is to aim this LED where it's going to be most effective. So overall it definitely shows too bright on here, but everything is relatively similarly bright. The top is a little brighter than the sides, the distant sides. You know what I might do? Well, what can be done is to paint or color the inside of this silver to help out with the light reflection. Because I think once this is enclosed, it will be really bright. But it looks like as long as this is glued about center, that should provide the most light. It does get a little lost on the edges. Don't know if there's much to be able to be done about that. Any other light you put in here will be visible. And the only reason this isn't visible is because of that central dish that's in there. Still, you'll have enough LED tape to be able to experiment with other ideas of your own. So I'm going to power this up and glue it in. Alright, so I'm going to take a second and solder this into place.